Alright, Pistons fans, in today's video we are going to be talking about JaVale McGee, and the reason why we're talking about JaVale McGee is because recently on this channel we've been looking at possible center targets for the Detroit Pistons. We've looked in the NBA draft in the second round, we looked at guys like Luka Garza, we've looked at people like Charles Bassey, we've looked at people like Keita, we've looked at so far a lot of prospects in this draft, and I've also done a few videos on possible targets in free agency. The first one was Nerlens Noel. Most Pistons fans, when I mentioned him, they would be open to that idea. But more recently, I did a video on Dwight Howard, and Pistons fans were not feeling it for the most part. Most Pistons fans were looking at him as a guy who's going to disrupt the locker room and take away minutes from Isaiah Stewart. And just overall, most Pistons fans did not like the idea of bringing Dwight Howard because of his antics and off-the-court stuff. So fair enough. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the possibility of JaVale McGee. So JaVale McGee this recent season on the Denver Nuggets averaged 7 points and 5 rebounds. He's currently 33 years old, and he's going to be a free agent this offseason. So let's talk about him, man. Now, compared to the other options out there, someone like Dwight Howard, actually, I do slightly prefer someone like JaVale McGee over Dwight Howard because of the reasons that you guys mentioned in the comment section below. JaVale McGee, I don't sense any drama with him. He seems like a team player. When he got to the Warriors, he was just a guy who really fit in. He didn't want to do too much. He wasn't about any antics at all. He was a guy who just came in, gave you solid, hard, tough minutes, and played his role. And when I think about him possibly coming to this Pistons squad, we are a team right now that is in dire need of more rim protection and overall just defensive ability. When we have someone like Isaiah Stewart played pretty well on defense in terms of a rim protector, and in the pick and roll situation, Isaiah Stewart was pretty solid, but him alone is not enough. Mason Plumlee on defense, he can't guard any guards in the pick and roll. He gets blown by every play. He gets backed down by power forwards in the post. And overall on defense, he doesn't provide you any rim protection as well. Just overall, Mason Plumlee doesn't really give you much on defense. And then Jahlil Okafor, yes, he does give you some rim protection, and he does do a decent job guarding other bigger, taller, stronger centers, but Jahlil Okafor barely plays any games. And when he does play, he plays very few minutes. So he's basically obsolete, and he can be traded at any time or released at any time if we wanted to. So think about putting someone like JaVale McGee on this squad. He gives us some rim protection, he gives us some rebounding ability, he also gives you scoring ability as well. He's also a guy you can throw in on a pick and roll. Just overall, I feel like JaVale McGee, even though he's 33 years old, he's just still a pretty solid player overall, just someone you can plop in. You can run him with Killian Hayes. You can run him with Cade Cunningham. He may not give you three-point shooting ability, but he does give you a lot of energy, a lot of hustle, a lot of effort, some scoring, some defense, some rebounding. Just overall, I would like the addition of someone like JaVale McGee for the right price. Again, I'm not about paying any center a lot of money at all. I'm all about the vet minimum. If JaVale McGee doesn't want to come on a vet minimum, then please be gone. If he wants $10 million or $8 million or anywhere around that range, he can go. We have to get guys like Frank Jackson and Diallo to stay on the squad for the future. We don't have time to be giving out big money to centers who are only going to be on the squad for one season. So if he wants big money, he can go. But if he wants to come on a minimum deal, somewhere around, $2, $3, $4 million a year, then yes, I agree. Sign someone like JaVale McGee for that 1-year deal. If he wants a big contract, he can kick rocks. The only thing that would be my worried about signing someone like JaVale McGee is him possibly taking minutes away from Isaiah Stewart, because I don't want any minutes taken away from Isaiah Stewart. That's the only worry here. But I'm hoping that this next season, Isaiah Stewart can improve in the offseason so that he can become the consistent starter. We have someone like Mason Plumlee or JaVale McGee being a backup, and a rotation of Stu being the starter, the consistent starter with the most minutes, and then having a solid backup rotation of either Mason Plumlee or JaVale McGee. That seems pretty solid to me. So Pistons fans, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 2K, and I'm out.